Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I decided to make the playlist as I said I did. Went outside, did my thing, came back in the house, and man, Apple Music's playlist, it was giving me an opportunity to put music on there for a while. I got maybe about 17 songs on there, and then around 8 o'clock, it just stopped refreshing, stopped everything, and it jammed up. And it's been jammed up the whole time. It's an hour later. I ain't been able to add a song since. I've been sitting here trying to do all that little stuff I told you works. It doesn't work. Nothing's working. It just won't. It won't allow me to log in, or rather, it won't allow me to log any new music. So, yeah, I talked to my boy T. I was telling him that Lyft, their app, I guess, isn't offering the Express Drive option. Uh, I went through the whole program, obviously, as I told you guys a million times, but nothing. So yeah, man, we're gonna try to go the Uber route, but I told him, I was like, look, I could probably put 120 down, but I can't really. I don't have the money to really put the rest down. You know what I mean? As far as Uber, because that thing is gonna cost about $200 to put to put the car in your possession. So my thing was, if I can, uh, if I can get with Lyft, and they have a car that's a little less than that, and I can go with that for the first 50 days, and then from there, switch out to a better car once I have the paper. But as far as Uber is concerned, if that's the lowest car they got, I'm not gonna be able to drive with them right now, unless I ask my family for more money. So it's just like, man, I'm trying to make money. I'm not trying to ask for anything else if I can help it. Obviously, with this next week coming up, you know, payment's gonna be due very soon. It's already night 3, and I just haven't been able to get started with this Lyft program. So the frustration ensues, man. I told y'all I've been having problems with companies. That's all it is. It ain't really nothing else. Apple Music, T-Mobile, that's what it is. And they've been a real source of frustration for me. And of course, Apple is just, as long as you have an Android, I'm going to tell everybody, as long as you have an Android, Apple Music is going to work poorly for you. It's designed to do so. The only intention they really want is for you to buy an iPhone. And then from there, they're going to keep selling you the same iPhone over and over again, and they're going to keep on increasing the price, and they're going to keep on removing things from that iPhone that you ultimately want. I've already seen them do this now for 10 years. That's why I stay with Android. It's why I don't want an iPhone. But I'm an Apple Music user, and they want us to transfer. I'm telling you, the only reason why I would even have anything to do with Apple is because all of my playlists are there. If I can get myself in a position, I'm going to pay someone to transfer all of those playlists somewhere else. I'm not going to do it. It's too many playlists. It's a whole job. It's a literal job that's going to be required to do that, especially given the fact that the app that it's on, you would have to, it's going to take a team probably to do that for me. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, there's nothing keeping me there now. There's nothing making me want to click on that app. I don't even want that app in my freaking phone at all. It is meant to frustrate people who don't have iPhones, man. And I want to tell iPhone users, this is what's happening over there. You know what I mean? This is what's happening. So while you're patronizing them and loving your iPhone, you need to understand that they want everybody over there. And it ain't because they want to give you the best service. It's because they want to monopolize the game. And of course, Samsung probably has their own ways as well. But as far as I can tell, man, this is criminal. Basically, this is criminal. Just like every other embarrassing thing that we talk about in regards to these companies and how they're acting. They embarrass themselves. They already got all the money in the world, and they're still poking at poor people. It's just so very beneath someone who has so much. But that's how people act. So that's what it is, man. I'm just minding my business, trying to do what it is that I love to do, and of course, everyone and their money is in the way as usual. So we just continue to be patient while they sort through their karma, man. You know what I mean? Because it's all gonna blow back on them in the end. I know that it's time for us to suffer the ills of their bullcrap, but they would be the ones to suffer it in the long run. And that's kind of how I look at all entities like that, big or small. You know, whether it be a person, energy, or a company, it's the same thing to me. It's an antagonist, and it's meant to waste the time that you have spent for whatever it is you're trying to do. So I'm just trying to be myself, which is a playlist curator, somebody who puts together playlists. on a regular basis. I got a special kind of brain that allows me to do this for fun all the time if I wanted to. And they're in the way of my passion. You know what I mean? Their business and what they're trying to do and trying to monopolize the free world and make it so that everybody has an iPhone is really an agenda that is wicked in nature, as far as I can tell, man. I'm not the only person that feels this way. If you look on the Apple Music, you're gonna their comment section, and you go to the negative comments. If you specifically look for them, that's basically what you're gonna see everyone saying, is that they make it deliberately difficult for people who have Androids. You know, in multiple ways, in very creative ways, and they keep switching it up every time they update the app. So at this point, I understand. Look, saying, "Oh, Biden? Will you do anything?" No, Biden's not gonna do anything. He doesn't care anything about any of this. But someone needs to do something about this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it really comes down to. While everybody else is focused on everything else, these are the type of things that are slipping through the cracks. And it requires attention, literal attention, from entities that are supposed to be leaders and governing bodies. So I just know that we're nowhere near anyone even paying attention to this type of crap, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because it messes with the mental health, quite honestly. So, we talk about we don't like bullying and things like this, and like this is what's happening. This is bullying, more or less. So I don't know. I just look at the world a certain way. I view things a certain way, and this is something that requires prayer for me to overcome, quite honestly, because it really is a passion of mine, and I really am losing my love for it, based on not the music being bad, not it being tedious or anything else. It's just the app that is required to do what it is that I do is meant for me to be frustrated when using it. So that's what I am, very frustrated, yet again. So that's what I want people to know, man. As I say a million times, as I said this morning when I was walking across the tracks, if these problems weren't in the way, I would give you so much more. As an artist, I would do so much more in this way. I have 600 playlists, I would have 1,000 or 900 playlists if their app wasn't meant for this purpose. You know what I mean? But for a whole hour, I'm sitting here waiting for this thing to allow me to add music to a playlist that I haven't even arranged yet. And as of right now, it still hasn't refreshed. It's been over an hour and 10 minutes, and it just will not refresh. No matter what I do, no matter how long I sit there looking at the screen, no matter how many different things that I try to accomplish in terms of maneuvering around the software, nothing. So I just wanted to let everybody know, the only thing we can really do in these situations is use our voice against it, man. I talked to, like I said, 446 people follow me on this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, regardless of what walk of life you're in. But I tell you, man, this has been hard. And if you're one of those people on the other end of this, you're a problem. If you are an Apple employee, or not employee, but like if you're in charge of this agenda, you're really making life hard on people. So I'm pretty sure you're proud of that. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. You know what I mean? I'm very pleased to have gotten into the ACP program after all of the different things that I was trying to accomplish. Trying to get in there, I finally found a way to get them to approve me. And so maybe that's an upgrade. I'm not going to choose an iPhone. I understand if I pick an iPhone, I probably won't have these issues. But it just becomes a situation where you don't want to capitulate, if that's the right word, to people forcing you into a corner when you know what it is that they're doing. Now, if I didn't know, if I wasn't wise enough or smart enough to know what's going on here, I would just be like, you know what, this stupid Android doesn't use this app. I gotta change to the iPhone. Like, I'm not gonna think like that. It's not Android works for every other app but this app. So clearly it's Apple trying to ruin it for us. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want people to understand. And I'm not gonna ask Samsung to help. Why would they? You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna tell me to go to their music app. So it's just like, look, man, it is what it is. I would love for some change in this direction. I would love for artists like Drake, who do business with them, to put pressure on them to make the experience better for the users. I really would. Those of you who have big contracts with these companies, you have some sway. Although they are $1 trillion company, you do have some sway as it pertains to this department. And it would be great to hear you speak up on this type of situation. It's a frustrating thing for your users, and it does affect your numbers. Artists, please believe you're the ones that's really getting screwed, not me. Because every time I try to click on your song to assure that you get your stream, they're in the way. So that needs to be the most important thing that's understood here, is the artists that are being cheated out of their proper streams because of this nonsense. And so it's not the first time we've had this conversation. In fact, it's probably about the 7th. So I just want people to know that this is yet another day in the life of an artist who has a lot of things in the way of him doing what it is that he wants to do for you. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.